Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. I'm your host, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Today's topic is, do not throw annuity darts at your death. You're going, wait a minute, what? Annuity darts? Yeah, annuity darts. I'll give you an example. I get a lot of calls. It's like, well, Stan, the Annuity Man, I've watched 1,000,000 of your videos, and I really like the hat and all that stuff, and I have to go through the Carolina blue, and I'm from North Carolina and all that stuff. And then they'll say, I really don't need the income now, but I will need it at my death to take care of my spouse. Okay, so what do I buy now, Stan, so I can do that? Well, that's throwing annuity darts at your death. I don't know. You don't, if that's the case, you do not buy something now not knowing when you're going to die, unless you do know when you're going to die, which is kind of eerie, and I really don't want to know that because then I will be a witness. But nobody really knows. So here's how to take care of that specific situation. So you say, wait a minute, Stan, I want to buy, I want to take care of it now, but I don't know when I'm going to die. What I'd rather you do, and the annuity sales gods from above are looking down upon me right now and going, oh, here he goes again, not selling annuities. No, I'm telling you the truth. Here's what you do. If you need income to start at your death to take care of a spouse, then go to your estate planning lawyer and say, hey, when I die, having a single premium immediate annuity purchased for my wife to solve for this income amount or to use a specific lump sum. And if you go to my site at theannuityman.com, you can run those quotes to see what a lump sum would pay out, or if you said she needs $2,525 a month when I die, I've figured it out on my spreadsheet. We can solve for that. We can reverse engineer that quote in order to solve for that specific dollar monthly amount. But don't have anyone convince you to buy Johnny Appleseed annuity man, Johnny Agent Appleseed. I'm the annuity man. There's no Johnny Agent. Okay. Convince you to buy something now and say, well, yeah, your wife could just turn it on when you die. You don't have to do that. Could you do that? Yes. Will we run those quotes for you? Can you run them at the Annuity Man? Yes. But my position on this is keep your powder dry, military guys out there, nod your head, and ladies, and then have it be purchased at the time of your death. I always say death is not a good strategy because you can only use it once. Think about it for just a second. You only use it once. But things can be triggered legally through a trust set up with your estate planning lawyer, not some agent telling you what to do. You have to go see an estate planning lawyer and say, this is what I want to have happen. I've done that for myself, my lovely wife, Christine, of 37 years. When I die, when my rented Learjet hits the mountain and goes kapoof, there are things that are going to happen and income that's going to be triggered at that time. Okay? Now, the sales pitch that you're going to hear is, well, Mr. Jones, if you buy my index annuity, the income rider, then you're going to get this accumulation value, and the income rider is going to grow and grow. Stop. Sales pitch nonsense. Okay? If you want to put the square peg into the round hole of annuity sales, that's the way to do it. Okay? But if your goal is you're not involved in the income stream, your spouse is involved in the income stream, you don't know how long you're going to live, but you want that to be triggered at the time of your death, then the way to do it is have it triggered at the time of your death legally. Hopefully you use us at that point in time. Your estate planning lawyer calls your wife. She's cried for about a day at your funeral after she drove back in a Lamborghini or a rented helicopter and says, oh, by the way, in the trust here, Fred said you have to buy an immediate annuity with this amount of money for a lifetime income stream, which means that you can go to Italy and Ireland and stay in the castles and all that stuff. All right? So what I'm telling you is if death is part of the strategy and your death is part of the strategy and you want things to trigger at your death as part of the strategy and part of the contractual guarantee, keep your powder dry, write that into the trust, and then at the appropriate time, which is your death, that will be triggered to be purchased. Got it? Good. Now, the sales guys are yelling at me in this ear right here. You just told them not to buy an annuity. Yeah, because it's the truth. And that's the reason you need to use us at theannuityman.com. Call us at 1-800-509-6473 or go to theannuityman.com and schedule a call with one of my great people that work in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where our home office is. You might even get me if I'm flying through one of those days. Hey, that's Shooting It Straight with Stan. See you next time.